Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm not cute, but I'm clean. Um, there has been recent news that has surfaced regarding an MLM company who will now be selling on Amazon and TikTok. A lot of people are excited about this. I've done a deep dive. Hello. Look, this is all I drink. No water, no milk, with this and pineapple juice. Anyway, now I've done a deep dive. As a consultant, there are consultants selling on Amazon. They are doing so out of compliance. A consultant is not supposed to sell on a website. You can advertise, show your stuff, and refer them to a link. But selling on another site is out of compliance. So it's been going on for a while. I think a lot of people are consultants, not just people who have bought product from this business and didn't use it. So, hey, or they picked it up at a garage sale, or a friend didn't want it, so they were just going to sell it on Amazon. It's not the case. I think a lot of these were consultants. Now, the deal about that is you can get this one particular item from this company for $18. Now this, and I don't know who it is, this individual who may or may not have been a consultant was selling this particular item for $30. Free shipping now because you have Amazon Prime. Well, what's the benefit in this? Well, you know it's going to be shipped out faster if you got Prime. So actually you are paying for shipping by paying for Prime, and you're paying an inflated rate on the individual product itself. So this company was made aware, and they said, okay, well, this is not fair to our consultants. Okay. So they decided to do something about it. Now, this company has suffered recently declining sales and so forth and so on. They changed some company policies, and I'm not using specific terms. I'm giving the general layout. They changed some policies, procedures, and whatnot over the last couple of years that I don't think were in their best interest. They've had to kind of, what we call here in Louisiana, crawfish on some of it, which means back up. So in doing my deep dive, I want to know, wow, is this just going to give a whole nother avenue for consultants to be able to sell? You know, I've seen things arise with this particular company that weren't said out loud, and it wasn't until somebody stumbled upon it that it had to be addressed by the company. And of course, that's a business. That's how business operates. You don't always know everything. But with this recent business saying they're going to start selling on Amazon, it was also stated, I'm paraphrasing what I've heard. This was not verbally written on anything sent out by this company. Understand what I'm telling you. So I could be getting it wrong. But with what I'm going to tell you, I did research on that particular thing. More information is coming here soon through the company. Make no mistake about it. So this is my take on what I've been told. I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm entitled to do my research. When a corporate multi-level marketing company chooses to establish a centralized retail channel, like on Amazon, To combat unauthorized third parties, they generally handle the integration in one of three ways: regional zip code lead routing. So corporate would handle logistics of fulfilling the sales orders, but the customer data or partial commission point value is routed to an active consultant based on the buyer's geographic zip code. That's not to say that's what this company is doing. This is one of three possibilities, taking into account MLMs who have started a storefront on Amazon. Be clear. If a customer on Amazon has a pre-existing relationship or specifically finds a consultant's replicated site via external links, corporate may track the cookie attribution, though this is rare on Amazon's native platform. Now, disappearing cookies, we're going to get to that. That's an issue too. In many corporate retail setups, sales made directly on a brand-owned Amazon storefront bypass the consultant network entirely. Instead, revenue is absorbed by corporate to fund global consultant incentives, marketing, or to protect price dumping by unauthorized listings. Now, naturally, there is a set goal to remain an active consultant. There are requirements if you're to remain a consultant that you have to achieve, okay? But why do they need a consultant? Now, from what I understand, not all products are going to be offered through Amazon. There are some things that will still have to be purchased through a consultant, but technically not through a consultant, because this particular company opened up the website to individuals buying directly from them instead of needing to go through a consultant. My opinion, my thoughts, a consultant is not needed. I digress. Most of the time, MLMs keep and play everything close to the vest, okay? The structure, the foundational strategies, those are not commonly made known to frontline distributors. Behind the standard policy manuals, corporate operations conceal several critical factors regarding how third-party platforms like Amazon impact consultant incentives and the qualifying numbers that you need. When an MLM creates a corporate storefront on Amazon, they rarely route the sales credit number needed for the consultant or direct retail commissions to the consulting field. Instead, corporate absorbs these sales entirely under the justification of brand defense and cleaning up unauthorized listings. There's the divulgence gap. Corporate will frame Amazon presence purely as a strategy to catch policy violators. What they do not openly discuss is that every transaction completed on an official Amazon storefront is a customer redirected away from a consultant and the consultant's website that they pay monthly for if they so choose to do so. Corporate keeps 100% of the retail margin on Amazon sales, completely bypassing the 20 to 30%, 40, whatever commissions get paid to a consultant based on their ranking in an MLM. So they completely bypass the commission payouts normally owed to active consultants. Then there's the peg rate dilution, because you have to have certain numbers to do certain things in an MLM. If corporate pricing changes, if corporate changes pricing structures to fit Amazon's rigid fees or handles corporate volume shipping, they do not universally update the consultant peg rate to reflect corporate level revenue. And there's so much I want to say, so I'm trying to be organized, and my head's running 10 miles ahead of this big mouth of mine. While consultants focus heavily on accumulating these numbers that they need for rank milestones, downstream bonuses that are tethered to personal wholesale volumes, when corporate sells inventory directly on external platforms, it limits the total volume pool cycling back into the consultant's network's reward logic. Now, direct sales companies are closely monitored by the FTC. The restriction on selling via Amazon isn't just about protecting consultant territory. Direct marketplaces allow buyers to leave unmonitored reviews containing non-compliant therapeutic or product claims. Controlling the inventory chain via centralized logistics, the fulfillment by Amazon or corporate warehouses reduces the risk of consultants hoarding expired or unsellable stock. Corporate keeps these compliance risk profiles strictly in executive boardrooms rather than disclosing them to the field, of course. There's data ownership and customer retention. If you have a website that you pay monthly for, someone orders from you, you gain access to the customer's email, phone number, and purchase history, which opens the door for you to pitch sales. Contact them, make them aware of what's going on. Cincy Club, follow up for sales, consumables, whatever. But Amazon strictly owns all buyer data on its platform. Even if corporate tried to route a lead to a consultant based on Amazon sale, strict marketplace terms of service prohibit sharing that customer's contact information outside of Amazon. As a result, those buyers are permanently locked into a corporate ecosystem and insulated from independent team building or recruiting efforts. So if you're a consultant, again, not knowing the details that are getting ready to come out, what I do know is that Amazon owns buyer data, and I'm not sure if that is, corporate will, yes, receive the information because corporate will be fulfilling the order. But wait, with that said, how are people going to order through Amazon and corporate fulfills that order? So is Amazon going to contact corporate? No. This company will have a limited number of products for sale through Amazon. They will deliver in bulk the products that they are interested in selling on Amazon. Amazon will have them on hand to pack and fill the orders. First thing I ask is going to be packaging, because there are specific concerns with some of these products that need a little more attention than others. Storage, because some of these products can be affected by storage environments. Consultants who get orders, because this company is already, and I don't know why, they're slow to fill orders lately. So is this going to further back up and put aside and take longer the sales that are made through consultants? something to question. So why I'm giving you all this is because when the news or the information or the disclosure about what's coming with this company comes out, you will have something to compare it to based on the research I've done, generically, specifically. This is how things work, period, with Amazon. You're an MLM. There's Amazon. They don't care about your brand name. These are their rules. So that's number one. Now I'm going to get off of here right now because I'm going to start another video on something else to share with y'all. Glad you joined me. Smooches poochies. Bye.